cozy gamers, and welcome back to the Cozy Gaming Club, where we talk about all the latest and greatest cozy games. Steam Summer Sale kicked off yesterday and brought with it so many discounted cozy games. But how do you find the best deal? Right here as I go through a list of 15 cozy games that are the cheapest they've ever been. Starting with a game I consider to be my game of the year for 2024 so far, that's Little Known Galaxy. I love farming games that try to do something a little different, and Little Known Galaxy is a farming game set in space that has really tried to set itself apart from the others. Instead of fishing, you have microbe catching, which you can turn off if it's too difficult, and instead of mining, you explore new planets. Even the town, which is a spaceship in this case, is so unique with an elevator between different areas that makes getting around a lot quicker, which is helpful because your character is maybe a little bit too slow. I'm just really loving this one, especially the story and characters, and if you haven't picked it up yet, I definitely recommend it while it's 20% off for £13.40. Speaking of games you should definitely pick up, this next game is less than £3 and has over 60,000 reviews on Steam with a 96% rating. This game is, of course, GRIS, which is a moving tale about a young girl trying to cope with a painful experience in her life. As she travels through the different stages of grief in this beautiful platformer, she will unlock new abilities that will help her navigate through the levels and, in turn, her emotions. This game is so visually stunning, and I was really impressed by the different worlds you get to explore the first time I played it. Each new ability I unlocked felt new and unique, and some of the puzzles were a little tricky. At 80% off for only £2.55, there's no better time to pick up this award-winning adventure and try it for yourself. This next one may be the game I buy in Steam Summer Sale, because I've heard so many good things about it, and it's 50% off right now for less than £10. Sunhaven is a multiplayer farming game that promises a high fantasy world filled with dragons, elves, angels, and magic. Alongside your typical farming activities like fishing, mining, and farming, which is made even easier with the addition of magic, there's a main quest line to complete, lots of side quests, and a skill tree to keep you busy. Plus, you can have up to 3 farms to take care of, each with their own farmland and different crops. I have heard so many fantastic things about this game, from the lack of stamina system to the skill tree and the high fantasy setting, and I think that's what appeals to me the most about Sunhaven. I love fantasy stories about dragons and magic and monsters, and this game is that in a game. There does seem to be a little more combat in this one, but my community still voted it as the second best cozy release of 2023. So it's well loved. Speaking of my community, a lot of them have been waiting for this next cozy game to go on sale, and it's a big one. Bandle, a League of Legends story, is a cozy crafting RPG set in the whimsical world of Bandle City. After a party goes wrong, the portals that connect your world together collapse and throw everything into chaos. You'll need to explore the Bandle Woods, gathering materials to craft resources that can be used to awaken the magical portals once more. You don't need to be familiar with League of Legends to enjoy this world, and I love the concept of knitting magic that binds everything together. You'll have a traveling workshop that you can carry around with you, there's a talking sock, and you can host parties and cook meals for your community, all while completing the main questline in a beautiful pixel art world. I wanted to love this game so much, but unfortunately I found that they didn't really explain things properly, and I ended up spending more time on Google trying to work out what to do than playing the game. But at 50% off for just under £10, you can give it a try yourself and see what you think. I don't want to talk about how many hours I have in this next game. Powerwash Sim is perhaps one of the most satisfying games to play. You start with a dirt-covered area and then get to work cleaning it all away and leaving it spotless. The little dings of serotonin definitely help me get through some of the longer levels, but I really love just playing this game while chatting to my friends or listening to a podcast. It's one of those relaxing and mindless games where you can just switch off and get to work. There's a main campaign with hours of content for you to play through, as well as free and paid DLCs set in the world of popular franchises, like Tomb Raider, God of War, Back to the Future, and SpongeBob. This one technically isn't the cheapest it's ever been because of a price increase, but it is the cheapest it's been in the last 2 years, so I thought I'd sneak it onto this list. I have played so many hours in this next game as well, although for a very different reason. Because it's an idle game. Rusty's Retirement is a farming game where instead of you actively doing the farming, it's carried out by small robots who will water and harvest your plants for you. The game sits either at the bottom or the side of your screen while you work so that you can keep an eye on your farm. You don't actively need to do anything besides planting seeds and building new infrastructure, so you shouldn't get too distracted from your tasks, and the lo-fi music adds a chill soundtrack to your workday. If you want to try your hand at running your own desktop farm, Rusty's Retirement is currently 20% off for just £4.79. And next up is another idle game that can double as a productivity tool, although this one perhaps works better for the latter. Create your own character and design your perfect space before you get to work in Spirit City Lo-Fi Sessions. With a built-in Pomodoro timer and to-do list, this one is really built for working on your tasks while your character gets on with theirs, or spends their time reading and knitting. Plus, as time goes on, you get rewarded with cute spirits that show up when you have the right combination of settings to lure them in. There are several spirits to collect, and they can help keep you company while you're working hard. This is another one I have a ton of hours in, and at 25% off, it comes in at just £7.49. Next up is a simulation game that has you brewing magical potions. As an alchemist and the owner of the apothecary, you need to learn the art of potion making by grinding, mixing, and boiling various ingredients that you can either buy or grow in your own garden. Master your regular potions or experiment to create new ones to sell to your loyal customers and gain influence in your town. The decisions you make in this game do change the outcome though, so be careful if you decide to give it a go. And why wouldn't you when it's 60% off for only £6.70? I've not had an opportunity to try passing by a Tailwind journey myself, but the reviews for this game are 100% positive and I'm in love with the papercraft art style. In this game, you take to the skies in your balloon ship and explore a colourful world of floating islands. You've been tasked with delivering a mysterious letter, and passing by follows your journey and documents the curious people you'll meet along the way. If you want to give it a try, it's 30% off right now for just £5.95. Josh from Josh's Gaming Garden and I discussed this game on his podcast yesterday because it's one of his favourite games of 2024 so far, and it was almost one of mine as well. This game is Pixel Cross Story of Seasons, and it's a cute new puzzle game where you'll need to solve nonograms to reveal your favourite villagers, bachelors, crops, and animals. There are over 350 puzzles to complete in total, and as you solve them, your farm will gradually expand. New livestock will appear, new crops will grow, and the seasons will change as well. I love little games like this where I can take 5 or 10 minutes to solve a puzzle or two, and I've actually completed every puzzle in this one. So if you know of any more, please let me know. At 30% off for £6.29, I definitely recommend this one. Your spaceship crashed on an alien planet in this next game, and you'll have to try and find your way back home. In Lost Nova, you play as Mia, who sets out to gather everything she needs in order to fix her ship and fly home. Using her trusty laser, she can harvest resources, which can then be used or sold to buy upgrades. This game isn't stressful and promises a cozy adventure with no time limits or enemies to worry about. So you can explore at your own pace without racing to the finish line. If that sounds good to you, it's currently 50% off at £6.39. Our next game is a cozy island adventure where you can build your own home with friends on a strange and mysterious island. After waking up on this tropical island, you discover it's a place where fantastical creatures roam free and unexpected adventures await. Over time, you'll be able to befriend these magical creatures and use their powerful abilities to explore deeper into Ikonei Island and help out around your base. Speaking of your base, you can build a home anywhere you'd like on the island. You'll also need to build a workshop to craft and create new resources, as well as decorations to truly customize the island to your heart's desire. And the best part is that 3 of your friends can also play together with you for free, as long as one person owns Ikonei Island and Earthlock Adventure, thanks to their Friends Pass. Lightyear Frontier is a breath of fresh air in the farming sim genre, as you blast off to a mysterious new world where you'll be creating your very own sustainable exofarm. With a customizable mech, you'll be cultivating alien crops in a relaxing combat-free world. Carefully manage your relationship with the ecosystem, restoring the surrounding regions by cleaning up the mysterious pollution, clearing out invasive weeds, and mitigating the effects of hazards. You also don't need to venture out alone either, as this game is multiplayer. You can invite up to 3 friends to join you on your journey. It's 25% off right now for £15.74, but it's also available in Xbox Games Pass, so keep that in mind. I recently started playing this next one with my sister, and I've been loving it. I like to call it Animal Crossing, but set in the Australian outback. Get ready to start a new life in Dinkum as you build your new home out in the bush. This game is all about starting from nothing and building your town from the ground up. So naturally, terraforming and decorating play a huge role here. It has all your favourite farming sim activities like fishing and mining, as well as some other fun hobbies like hang gliding, spelunking, and jet skiing. But you can also go hunting, which may not appeal to all players. I tend to leave that to my sister while I spend all of my days fishing. It's currently 30% off now for just over £10, and it really is one of the best early access games I've played in a while. And finally, in this farming game, you and your friends are bunnies. Grow and manage a greenhouse filled with plants in this cozy gardening game. This is a really relaxing game with no goals or stress, just a greenhouse filled with plants to grow and sell. Made all the better for the fact you are a rabbit. If you like the idea of that, then Bunhouse is on sale for 50% off. Those are 15 cozy games that are the cheapest they've ever been right now. Hopefully you've spotted something that you'll be taking off your wish list today. I know I have. Let me know in the comments what you're grabbing, and I look forward to seeing you next video. Bye!